how do you the way that you started the story was a little bit with it was a bad experience, and then you immediately jumped to it was a good experience.
Yeah.
How do you find that you do that now?
Yeah, I mean that's life with regards to my experience. It's just, I don't know what I call it. Like God, like source, the universe. But I feel we have these experiences to open our open the possibilities to evolution. And I think my most lonely, depressing years have been the ones where I've grown the most. And maybe it has to do a certain amount with being alone as well, where I don't really have any outside help. But in these situations, I've grown so much. That year in France with stoicism, my second year in Finland, just I realized I couldn't play video games all day. I needed to start reading. Then going into, learning more about nutrition. And then in Brazil, having a really difficult time playing there and learning about meditation. And so all these situations that have brought a ton of discomfort have also been a catalyst for change within myself.
There's this great line from this book Dune by Frank Herbert, and he talks about the desert versus the city, and he says that man is built in the desert and polished in the city.
Interesting.
Yeah, I always like that. I like the idea of going away in isolation and finding ways to build upon yourself and to rebuild yourself and go through a more or less an alchemical change of the soul and come back as someone else, because over time we unarguably change from who we were into who we currently are.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I was reading this like stupid meme on Instagram today, and it was like, if you look back into your history and you don't think you were stupid, then you still are stupid. And it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you look back on yourself and you like laugh with compassion, just like, oh, that was important to me. That used to be cool for me. It's like those are the people I hung out with or felt that were important. And yeah, I take a lot of pleasure of going overseas, because almost kind of like the seasons where it's like I just kind of go into this hibernation and just really learn about myself when things get difficult, because I'm by myself and I don't really have anyone to like solve my woes, especially like through like hedonism or these sense pleasures where I can feel, touch, taste, smell my way out of pain. I just am there by myself, usually in Eastern Europe. And so it's cold, it's dark, not only outside, but sometimes inside. And then it's up to me to kind of figure it out.
How do you deal with negative emotion? I feel like that's something that's a little bit dissuaded now in the zeitgeist, is being able to dive into negative emotion and accept it for what it is and move past it in a more healthy way, as opposed to just setting it off to the side and seeking things that displace it momentarily.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with our society right now. It's like, not only do we escape with sense pleasures, food, partying, drinking, smoking weed, um, but also we fight against it, right? We scream against it, we yell. Like, in America, it's like orange man bad, or now it's like Biden's an idiot. And it's like, I don't know. I think when you feel triggered, you have to like go within. It's not necessarily someone outside of you, it's something inside of you. I notice it currently right now, being back in California, and when I'm with the national team, I should do it, but I don't do a very good job of prioritizing meditation. When I'm in Poland or in America, it's easy to have a routine. And I think the quickest way to realize the power of meditation is doing it for a block of time and then not doing it, and see how quickly you are triggered. And so being back home and just getting triggered pretty easily. And I have to have that foresight where it's not necessarily that person in a situation, it's the lack of work I'm doing. So I think when these negative emotions come, I have like some little tricks. I like the "this is good because" sticky note I have on my fridge, where it's like, find the solution. Like, rather than like rant, complain, talk about the problems, like find the solution. Like, something good can come from this if you choose. Or just simply with meditation is just observe it, you know, don't push it away, don't repress it, don't suppress it, just like observe it. Like, what's going on? Why do I feel this way? Go even deeper by writing about it. But I just, and I don't blame people necessarily, but just the environment that we're in with so much stimulation, people don't feel they have the time to reflect on themselves actually being the problem.